Hey everyone, my name is Amina and welcome to the Weird Money Mindset, where you have to be weird to win with money. Debt is not fun. Struggling with debt is not fun. Weird people know this. That's why when we have to borrow, we work hard to pay it off as soon as possible. Debt usually accumulates because weird people and normal people borrow money to pay for something we want but can't afford to pay in full because we don't have enough money. A common reason to borrow money includes buying a house. Most people can't afford to pay $300,000 or more in cash to purchase a house, so we borrow it. In return, we promise to pay the lender back through monthly minimum payments plus interest until the debt is paid in full. Interest is the price we pay to use someone else's money. Before borrowing more money, weird people compare their current debt to their current income. Weird people know that if we borrow too much money, then the minimum debt payments will begin to outpace our monthly income, making it difficult to pay other bills. Normal people ignore this and they keep borrowing money. They rack up credit card debt, borrow money to buy new cars and to fund home improvement projects. They use loans to buy furniture for their homes and to fund vacations and to pay for wedding expenses. Normal people think that everyone has debt and everyone struggles with debt. It's just a normal part of life. If you are normal and owe debt, now is a good time to evaluate whether you have debt problems. If you have debt, ask yourself these 6 questions to find out whether you have debt problems or are heading toward debt problems. First question: can I only afford my monthly minimum payments on my debt? Yes, you only have to make the minimum payment, but if that's all you can afford, then you are one payment away from defaulting on a loan. Weird people know that all you need is one unexpected bill or financial emergency to create chaos in your finances and ruin the minimum payment plan lifestyle you created for yourself. Plus, minimum payments are designed to keep you in debt for as long as possible, not to help you get out of debt. When you pay the minimum, a large chunk of that payment doesn't reduce your balance. It just pays interest. And remember, interest is the price we pay to borrow someone else's money. So even though you're making the minimum payment, your debt barely shrinks. By the time the debt is finally paid off, you may have paid thousands of dollars just in interest. Second question: am I paying my household bills on time? If you are late paying your electric bill, water bill, or other household expenses, or you miss payments altogether because you are paying off debt, then you have too much debt and you have debt problems. Most household bills such as rent, utilities, phone, internet, insurance, they charge late fees, reconnection fees, and other fees that would make handling next month's finances even harder. The fees will pile up, accounts will fall behind, your debt will grow faster, and you might reach a point of desperation that will cause you to make even more unwise financial decisions. Third question: do I rely on credit cards to purchase necessities? If you rely on credit cards to pay your rent, gas, groceries, or other household essentials because you don't have enough money left over after making your debt payments, then you have a debt problem. This means your income and expenses are out of balance. Relying on credit cards to buy necessities is bad because it means your income can't cover your basic cost of living. And credit cards are a very expensive way to close that gap. Relying on credit cards may put you in a cycle of debt. If you're using your credit card for basics, your cash might end up going to minimum payments or to buy other things. Next month, you've got less to spend, so you reach for the card again, and the cycle keeps going. This is how people can get stuck in credit card debt. Fourth question: do I pay my credit cards off in full every month? If you can't afford to pay your credit cards off in full every month, then you could be heading toward a debt problem. Interest on credit cards is notoriously high, which makes the amount you owe grow bigger and bigger over time. Even a small balance can balloon into a large amount if you carry a balance month to month. Every month you carry a balance, you pay more for things you already bought and used. For example, you used that credit card to buy that burger. You ate it and it was good. You didn't pay your credit card off, and now you are still paying on that burger 3 months later. If you can't afford to pay your credit card off every month, you can't afford to have a credit card. Fifth question: do I have to borrow more money to pay off debt? Borrowing debt to pay off debt does not solve your problem. You're just shifting the debt problem, not solving it. You're not eliminating debt. You're just moving it from one source to another. Borrowing money to pay off debt can seem like a smart move at first, but it's often risky because it doesn't solve the underlying problem. It can make things worse. Taking out a loan to pay off debt can hide your spending problems instead of fixing them. If your income and spending stay the same, you're still stuck in the same money trap. You're just paying someone else. And the sixth question: are you dodging calls from creditors? Ignoring creditors will not make the debt go away. While you are dodging calls, interest fees and late fees will pile up, and you might face legal action that could include wage garnishments or other negative consequences. Missed payments or accounts sent to collections get reported to credit bureaus. That will lower your credit score, making buying a home or even renting an apartment more expensive or difficult. If you are avoiding creditors, you have a debt problem. Now, if you have realized that you have debt problems, then it's time to get weird and make a plan to get out of debt. Visit a nonprofit organization in your area that offers free financial counseling. Don't pay a company to get yourself out of debt. Find a part-time job or start cutting expenses where you can to save money until you pay off half your debt. Paying off half your debt will put you in a better financial position to withstand a financial emergency. But don't stop there. Continue to pay down your debt until it's gone. Weird people know that debt problems can lead to stress, anxiety, broken relationships, and sleepless nights. So don't be normal. Be weird. Do yourself a favor and confront your debt problems head on. Don't ignore them. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, share with a friend who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more personal finance tips. I will see you next time.